Okay, so we got to go ahead and talk about part of the Diddy trial that focused on the text messages that was sent between Cassie and Diddy while she was still with Alex. And according to the report from TMZ, where it says, quote, "I'm lost without you" text while she was dating Alex, which even after they broke up, they stayed in touch. And while she was dating her now husband, Alex Fine, her and Diddy had consensual sex after he raped her, citing the last time that they had a sexual encounter was September 27, 2018, after she alleged that Diddy raped her following a breakup dinner, and after the following day telling Diddy that she had a great time with him. In some transcripts from messages between them both in October 2018, Diddy had told Cassie he was going to fall back, but she could call him whenever she needed him, with Cassie responding, "I'm lost without you." In another text, Diddy told Cassie she's his ride or die always and one of the greatest women in the world, with Cassie replying to that message blew my mind a bit, and she told him, "I don't hate you, I never have." And in a separate exchange, Cassie told Diddy, "I wouldn't be at the beautiful point in my life if I hadn't been with you." She also testified in court the last time she seen Diddy was November 2018 during a memorial service in Georgia for Kim Porter. Now, after the cross-examination was complete, there was one final message that was revealed between Cassie and Diddy that goes as far back as 2012, where Diddy asked Cassie if she wanted to have a freak off for the last time, with Cassie replied that she wanted to have a freak off for the first time for the rest of our lives. Now, all in all, when I'm reading through all this is clear as day that this woman was psychologically abused and psychologically controlled by Diddy. I don't care what nobody says. Like, I'm reading through this. This is something where somebody will see the good in somebody, no matter how awful they are, no matter how evil they are, no matter how much of a monster they are. It's kind of like the whole thing with Beauty and the Beast, where the woman sees the beauty and the good in the beast, in a sense. When you take the accusations out of it, I think anybody can relate to that. Where you've seen the good in somebody, whether it's a friend, family member, or a significant other, that nobody saw, that the world didn't see, that they may not seen in themselves. But you thought, if we can get that out of you just once, how many more times can we get that out of you? Now, the big question is, when did her and Alex start messing around? Was it while her and Diddy was together? Was it after the fact they done broke up, like in 2019 or whatever? And here's the thing with me. There's been narratives about, oh, we can't let Cassie get away with anything. And what about the personal trainer who she ended up getting hitched with? What about him? Does he need to be held accountable to a degree? And honestly, with Cassie, I think in the very early beginning, when they first started dating, maybe within the first few years, because we know how abusers are, and I can speak from experience based off just eyewitness accounts. The typical telltale signs of abusers, they'll wait till they feel like they got some type of leverage or hold on you before they start abusing. Meaning that it can involve account information, banking information, keys to your car sometimes. One big red flag is always the abuser trying to rush into something, whether it's rushing into marriage, rushing into having a kid, and this, that, and the third, trying to, speed these things along so they can feel like, oh, I got you where I want you. Now let me show you the real me. That is where you start seeing abuse happen. When you've done had phases X, Y, and Z that have been completed to its fullest, then you're going to start seeing some shit you never thought existed. And I say all that to say that in the early goings, some of the freak offs probably were consensual. And I know freak off is a dirty term now. Pretty much it would just be you doing some freaky shit with you, your girl, and maybe a third party. Like, assuming that y'all down with the shits and everybody's consenting. But I feel like at a certain point, she was cool with the 50 Shades of Grey. But when the Shades of Grey started getting a little bit too dark for her liking, that's when she was like, wait, this is too much. This is too much. Even for me. By that point, there was no going back because Cassie done signed off on so many things. Diddy felt like he had her where he wanted her. right in the palm of his hands. As far as Alex goes, him being the personal trainer that worked for Diddy at the time, I know some people could look at it like, well, why would you sleep with your boss's wife and then go run off into the sunset? And if you're Cassie, why would you cheat on your husband for the personal trainer? The answer is quite simple. Sometimes when life has you by the balls, or when you feel like there's no escape from this situation, I can't leave because this man's threatening to kill me, or if it's a man who is in an abusive, toxic relationship with a woman and he feels like, damn, this woman has access to all this other shit, and there's this third person that can come in that can be my ticket out if I just, start dating and fucking with her. Best believe people gonna cheat. And in a case like that where you're being abused, I would condone cheating if that person can get you out of that situation. Fuck it. Like, even though I don't condone it at all, it's not right. But if you getting abused and you're left with very little options, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't even think you can count it as cheating, honestly. Like, because whose feelings are getting hurt? Nobody's feelings is getting hurt. The abuser's feelings ain't gonna get... Like, why would you care about hurting the abuser's feelings? I wouldn't care. So in a case like that, I really cannot blame Alex and I cannot blame Cassie for, stealing your boss's wife or cheating on your husband because you feel like that's your only ticket about there. Well, fuck it. What other options you got? You either stay there, leave and die a martyr, or what? Like, it's literally no options. It's the nuclear button. You have a nuclear launch code you don't want to use, but you have to win the war type shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. And I'm already knowing people gonna look at the TMZ headline and not use a little bit of common sense to read the article, because that's the bare fucking minimum to do, and not just go off a headline, you fucking idiots. But sadly, we live in a world where people are absolute morons on Twitter. But all in all, I think this is a terrible, wild situation. But y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.